Sometimes life pushes us so far down that standing up feels impossible. But for a few people, that fall becomes the beginning of everything. This is the story of Ethan Cole, a man who once had only $42 left, yet 3 years later built a company worth more than $2.4 million. Ethan wasn't born special. He didn't come from money, didn't have a degree, and didn't have connections. He worked in a shipping warehouse, lifting boxes day after day, dreaming that one day life would somehow get better. Then one morning, the company shut down. Overnight, hundreds lost their jobs. For Ethan, it wasn't just a job, it was the only source of income he had. With rent due and bills piling up, he was forced to move into a tiny room on the edge of the city. One evening, Ethan emptied his pockets. All he had left was $42. That number stayed in his mind like a warning. But instead of breaking him, it woke something inside him. He whispered to himself, "This can't be the end. I have to build something, even from nothing." Every day, Ethan walked nearly 40 minutes to a supermarket with discount items. On that long walk, he noticed something: people were standing in lines after long work shifts, tired, frustrated, still needing groceries at low prices. And a question formed in his mind: why isn't someone helping these people? What if someone gathered the cheapest deals from different stores and delivered them? It wasn't a big, shiny business idea. It was simple. But sometimes, simple ideas solve real problems. Ethan decided he was going to be that someone. With no money for a van, Ethan used the only thing he had: an old bicycle he bought years ago. He bought groceries for customers, delivered them himself, checked prices manually, and tracked everything on a notebook. He printed a single sheet of paper and taped it at bus stops: affordable grocery delivery, pay after delivery. No hidden fees. People didn't trust him at first. But slowly, they tried. Week 1, 3 customers. Week 2, 9, by the end of the month, 41. He spent nights cycling in the rain, carrying heavy bags. He wasn't making much money, but he was building something far more important: trust. Word of mouth spread. People told each other, "This guy actually cares." Then came the moment that changed everything. A woman from an accounting office asked him, "Could you provide this service for our employees? We have 67 people." Ethan smiled and said yes, even though he had no system, no team, and no plan. That night, Ethan didn't sleep. He wrote processes, delivery routes, and order forms by hand. He didn't know how to build a business, but he knew how to take responsibility. The next morning, he signed the first big contract of his life. With the money from that contract, he hired 2 part-time couriers. Then he built a simple website that connected local stores with customers. He called the service Fresh Route. In the first year, Fresh Route delivered to more than 900 regular customers. Ethan rented a small warehouse, hired 7 delivery workers, and expanded to 12 partner stores. His first profitable month brought in $18,000, more than he ever imagined. But success didn't make life easier. Competitors appeared. Bigger companies laughed at him, saying, "He won't last. He's just a delivery guy." Ethan ignored the noise. He woke up before sunrise and worked until midnight. One day, a local reporter reached out, "We want to feature Fresh Route on the evening news." Ethan stood in front of the camera, nervous, hands shaking, but honest. He told them, "I started this because no one helped people like me." The night the segment aired, the Fresh Route website crashed from the number of new visitors. Hundreds of orders came in. The next morning, Ethan realized, this wasn't just a small service anymore. It was a real company. Investors began reaching out. One of them made an offer to buy 30% of the company, valuing Fresh Route at over $2.4 million. Ethan didn't celebrate. He simply looked at the offer, smiled, and whispered, $42, look how far we've come. Ethan's story isn't about luck. It's about seeing a problem, caring enough to fix it, and refusing to quit even when quitting was the easier choice. His journey is a reminder that success doesn't require being extraordinary, it requires being consistent. If you're at the bottom today, remember this: Ethan started with nothing but a bicycle, a notebook, and the courage to try. You may be closer to your turning point than you think. And sometimes, the hardest chapters of your life become the beginning of the greatest story you'll ever tell.